And I love you black. So proud to be black. So blessed to be and I love being black. So proud to be black. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Charlene, what Pastor say?
What's going on? I got all kind of audio issues going on, but hello to everybody who is on here with me. I appreciate you being on here. I got something to say today. Yes. I'm really hi. I'm really excited to have y'all here. Posting here where you from. So I can shout you out.
Oh, hi. I'm really excited.
Honey, my phone, it's just like audio grades going on. All right. So we have a lot to talk about tonight. Sorry for the audio issues. But we are here and we are live and accounted for. All right. Hey. All right. So tonight, Kim James. Hey, pumpkin. It's my boo from the great Alabama A&M University. This week's topic is something that's near and dear to me. Before we get into it, y'all see the Majesty Lounge. Y'all see the cardigan with the logo on it. We are an entire brand. So if you have not liked the Majesty, go to our Facebook page and the Majesty Lounge. We are everywhere that you can find social media. And we have a mall on our website at www.majesty-lounge.com. Go in and get you some support Black business. Let's go. As well as turn on the notifications so every time I pop on here, y'all see me. All right. So absolutely go Bulldogs. That's what it's all about. So I'm really excited to talk to y'all tonight about what we're going to talk about. I mean, I'm excited because it's something that I'm starting to hear more of, but the resources to get there have not been. And the name of this is It's Okay Not to Be Okay. So y'all tell somebody to come in and talk to me tonight. Show me some love. Let's have some conversation in here. And put in the comments your thoughts. And we're going to keep this thing rolling. This is the Queen's Corner. I am the main squeeze, the queen herself, Queen of Poetess. This is the Queen's Corner when Queen speaks the truth. And we finna talk about this thing, y'all. We finna talk about this. So if you are logged in, share this with somebody. You know? And we're going to get this thing cracking. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Hey, y'all. I got stuck in the rain yesterday. So if you hear that sinus drainage thing, pray for your girl or send me some Benadryl. All right. It's okay not to be okay. One thing that I've heard all of my life is You need to be strong. You hear that phrase when people die, when people leave, when people get disappointed, people get heartbroken, people get let down. You got to be strong. Usually when people say that, they're trying to evade your emotions, saying, there's no need for you to feel like this. Be strong. As if you feel or accept your emotions, then you're weak. Which can be a demotivation for the person that you're saying this to. Now, when people say be strong, all that other stuff, they're trying to help in some cases. But if you are really in the trenches, it does not. The reason why I want to talk about this today is because I'm seeing a rise in the talk about mental health, a rise in the talk about being whole and healthy. But we're always focusing on the anxiety, the bipolarism, of which are wonderful. If you have any of those conditions, by all means, I encourage you to get help as much as you can. Talk to somebody licensed that can help you get out of the situation that you're in. We understand that depression and anxiety are both medical conditions of which that you need to see a doctor for, so don't take that lightly at all. I will never make light of those situations because I've been in that situation before, so I know how bad depression feels. So if you have those conditions, I urge you, please find some help. Get on this internet, start typing, reach out to somebody who's made it or who's still going through and overcoming. By all means, get you some help. And that's a period. I don't have anything else to say about that. Depression and anxiety has hit some of the places that we would think it didn't. Depression and anxiety don't care who you are. Care who you are. Depression and anxiety and mental discomfort don't care who you work for. What you got to do, if they show up, they there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. The people who have been through this, going through this, or have overcome it know that it's not something that you put on your calendar or your agenda to say, hey, let me invite this depression in today, see how that's going to work out for me. That never happens. And if it does, that's above my pay grade, but you can never plan on this happening to you. Most of the time we feel like it's a trigger, but sometimes it ain't. And when you go to people in earnest, you go to people in love and wanting that connection, some may say, listen, just be strong. Hold on. It's going to be okay. Hello to those who I haven't spoken to yet. See, be strong. You're going to make it. You're a champ. You're a winner. You got this. And in your attempt to validate that comment, you'll say, yes, I'll be strong. I'll be fine. I'll get myself together. Pick myself up, dust myself off, and go about this life. And then you'll put on a mask that will show the world that you are okay. you will have a mask that shows the world that you're fine. But up under that mask, you raggedy as hell. You toe up, stuff ain't right in the inside. But you go to your friends, hey, be strong, you're going to be okay. Go to your mom and your daddy, hey, listen, it's going to be all right. You're doing too much. I have come today to tell you that it is okay not to be okay. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm speaking specifically to my folks. Now, I don't know what it is to be anything other than a Black woman, because that's what the Lord made me, and I appreciate him for doing it. So I know our struggle, so I'm talking to me, somebody who in the trenches. It's okay not to be okay. There are times when you will hit obstacles in life that show you what you are capable of and what you are not. This is the first part of this. There are things that God will allow you to go through, things that God will put in your pathway that shows you what you are made out of. In some cases, your faith, you're like, okay, we can handle that. We can handle that. Or your will, your drive, your whatever tells you, hey, I can take this. And you, at some point, and this is just one, may become cocky. Something big comes along that is out of your scope of things. And you like, what is this? Oh, I can take it. I can take it. And you hit a wall. Not everything that you tried to do the last time you overcame an obstacle is not working. It's not an indictment on you as a person. It's just that obstacle that you've had is not working with your strength. Throw it away. Throw it away. And if you try and you try and you try and you fail, that can make you depressed. Oh, that can make you absolutely depressed. Trying and trying and trying something that keeps not working for you. Ooh. Come on, y'all, talk to me in these comments. In fact, you will even get some advice from people that it worked with. She went down this road, took this route, did this, and it worked for her. It worked for him. But for whatever reason, it ain't working for me. Okay, no problem. I'll try it again. It worked for him. It worked for my mama. It worked for my daddy, my aunties, my uncles. My granny said, this is how it's supposed to go. And it still don't work. In fact, especially when it comes to relationships, if you keep yourself this way, you learn how to cook, you keep your house not nasty, you read books, you go to church, man gonna see you, say, hey, that's my wife. You do everything that you're supposed to do, everything that your granny did, and she was married for 72 years. Got 6 children and 95 grandchildren. You said, okay, grandma did it. She had this thing together. I'm going to do the same thing. and it doesn't happen. That can get you to a place of depression. That can get you to a place where you're like, what's wrong with me? I got the same DNA that they have. I did exactly what they told me to do. What's the problem? And if you tried that 100 times and you still don't have the man or the woman that's perfect, that's right for you, you can get depressed. You can go to school, spend $100,000 on school fees and loans, study your tail off. But for some reason, you did the same thing that they did, but you don't have the degree. Yeah, I share this with my list out. You don't have the notoriety. This is just the first part, y'all. We're going to talk about this. That can make you deflated. That can make you feel down. You can go through the same course of life. The same course of life. Chart the same waters. Do everything that you're supposed to do. And another person who was behind you on that path will surpass you. Ooh, that can make you feel some kind of way. What did I do wrong? What is you going back to like, what is happening right now? I could come up with any number of examples that will put you in the not feeling so good category. Especially, and let's go back to the relationship part. I was telling my girlfriends about this today. Even if you're in a relationship and you do what your pastor say, you do what your auntie say, and it still doesn't work. They still don't want to be there. You do everything that you're supposed to do, and they still don't want to be there. What do you do when that woman still don't want to be there, and you've done everything possible that you can do? It can drain your energy. When you come to these specific areas and you seek counsel and you seek advice, and they say, you're going to be strong, you're going to be okay. It's another man out there for you. It's another woman out there for you. It's another line of work out there. It's something else out there for you to do. It's another house out there for you. It's another ride out there for you. Don't worry about that. It's going to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. Do not void your emotions by heeding the advice of other folks. You can be well with your intentions, but they are literally doing what they know how to do. It's okay for you to feel, bring that to me. It's okay for you to feel disappointment. No. And I got a comment in here. Could it be that we make ourselves depressed by chasing dreams, a person that's not a part of our destiny? That we hold on to things we should let go? That statement is very valid, but it was easier for you to type that than it is for somebody to live that. Just as easy as it was for you to type that, it's harder for somebody to live that. And let's take that. I'm glad that you said that. Let's take that statement. Can we make ourselves depressed by chasing a dream or a person that was not in our destiny? First of all, let's just be real. How big of a percent did we know in the beginning that they were not meant to be there? There are some times the warning signs are there. Leave this joker alone. Go the other way. Run, 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 run. Sometimes we ignore that based off our sincerity in pursuit. If I show them that I'm different from the other women that they've had, he'll change. If I show her that I'm not the dog that she's had in the past, she'll like me. If I go to school to be a teacher like my mama and daddy wanted me to be, they'll be proud of me. You see how that comes into formation? So now that pursuit in sincerity, we feel like is a part of the road or the path that we should have. So there's sometimes, like I said, there are warning signs that sometimes we ignore, but initially we don't see that. And I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I unapologetically, me and Jesus like this him. I do believe that the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, which means that everybody that comes through your path was there to show you something, to teach you something, or be there for life. So if they came in my life to show me that they about that bull crap, I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't made a connection with you. Because if I hadn't made a connection with you, you would probably be just another person. Or to show me something about myself, I wouldn't know that I was that great of a friend. I didn't know that I had that in me if you didn't need me to be that person. I wouldn't have known I could do that. If you hadn't needed me in that capacity, if I hadn't stepped up to the plate, now I know that when someone for real legit needs me, I got it in me because you taught me that I could do that. Now, granted, if you going about your business, I'll holler at you. Arrivederci. I mean, I'm at the point in my life I don't care about, I don't cry, sorry. I don't cry about that type of stuff. You just showed me that I could be a good friend in that capacity. And there are those who are there permanently for a lifetime. Those are the ones that you can love today, fall out tomorrow, and they'll still be there tomorrow. Cuss each other out. You old low down so and so and such and such. But I still love you. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be your friend even when it's uncomfortable for me to be your friend. I'm here to ride this out with you. Vice versa. Sometimes it's uncomfortable for me to be your friend. It's a little inconvenient at times, but I'm here to ride it out with you. So in that capacity, either way, when you got to that point in life, when you've lost, thank you, when you've lost something, a connection has been broken, or some dream has fallen on the wayside. Oh my God. That can put you in a bad place. That can put you in a bad place. Hello to those who I haven't spoken to. Hello. Hello. But once again, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay for you to mourn the loss of that connection. It's okay for you to hurt at the loss of that supposed to be friend. It's okay for you to mourn that relationship. I'll tell you why it's okay. Because we done spent 28 minutes on why, on identifying it. So let's talk about the other side. This is, like I said, this is just my opinion on every show. I ain't licensed in nobody ology, psychology, sociology, and otherology. I'm not licensed. These are my opinions. So you can disagree with them. I mind the business that pays me. All right. So I do believe that when you stack up those emotions that you ignore or suppress, in my opinion, that's when you become toxic. When you ignore those emotions, you suppress them. And to me, it's like putting the top on a boiling pot. That condensation, that steam, making the pot kind of jiggle a little bit. And when you pop that top, all that steam, all the contents in the pot just boil over. When you suppress those emotions and feelings, in my opinion, you become toxic. Y'all come and talk to me. Because what's going to happen is, because you are not dealing with... I got the money. You got the money. Okay, put it in your pocket. Give that to me. Sorry, y'all. Mm-hmm. When all of those emotions brew and stir down in you, you take all of that baggage to every relationship and connection that you have. You take that baggage with you every place that you go. Yeah. And because of that, every person that you deal with, every person that you're in a relationship with or connection with, has to deal with those suppressed emotions. Mm-hmm. Y'all have seen it. You're in a relationship with somebody and you paying for all of the sins that previous person did. Just because they didn't deal with those emotions that they suppressed. They just let it go. And now, every time you go to Walmart, he think you cheating on him. Every time he goes to the barber shop, oh, you with that old raggedy head, such and such. Oh, you just out here wilding out because you ain't answer your phone. Why you ain't answer your phone? I mean, every time I call you, you supposed to answer on the second ring. You let it go to 2.5. You must out here be doing some of these dirty such and such. Y'all done seen it. Y'all done heard it. Y'all know. Y'all have seen it. Y'all have been a part of it. Y'all might be those people. If those emotions stay suppressed and you don't deal with it, then everybody around you is gonna pay for it. Like I said, this is my opinion on it. Therefore, therefore, if you don't deal with those emotions that you had before, you're going to poison everything that you put your hand on until you deal with you not being okay with the last situation you had. Whatever made you mad, whoever made you mad. So let's go different ways. And I ain't gonna hold you too much longer. Different ways that you can deal with this. In relationships, do not, I don't care how, I'm gonna say this as plain as I know how. Don't you take your broke up self to no other relationship and you have not gained closure on the one you got out of. If you, and I'll use this as an analogy. If you take your Swiss cheese self with all these holes in you to a different relationship or a different connection, that person is not getting the whole entire benefit of being you. So make sure that you have healing and closure before you go into something else. Now, I'm going to say this before we get to the other part. Closure does not require permission from the person who offended you. They don't have to beg your pardon. They don't have to be mature enough to come to you and say, hey, I messed up. Closure is something that you secure within yourself to say, I am not going to let this situation, this damage dictate my life. So I'm closing it and I'm tucking it away somewhere I will never find it again. That does not require them coming to you and saying, hey, forgive me. That doesn't require that. That's called closure, and it's also called peace. All right. Woo. Admitting that you're not okay is the first part of that. Allowing those emotions to wash out of you. allowing that to get all of that out. I said this in one of my lives that I put on my personal page. You got to let that infection boil out. So ask God to be your peroxide to get all that other stuff out, because you can't heal with this infection still in there. Get all of that out of there. Get all of that out of there. It's not helping you at all. So if you're ignoring that, it's going to not be helpful for anybody. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be shut off to yourself until you get your mind right. It's okay to put yourself in your own quarantine where you literally just melt out all of the tragedies and the mess and the ick that's in there. It's okay. It's okay. Because once you mourn that and bury it in the ground, you're done with it. You're done. Once you go through those stages of not being okay becomes more attractive to you. Being okay becomes attractive to you because you've dealt with that emotion, you've dealt with that pain. That's the only way that you're going to get that healing. It's the only way. So if somebody comes to you and say, hey, just get over it, let that roll off your back, get yourself together, take it in stride. Only you know how long it's going to take for you to heal from something. Only you have the relationship that you have with God. So only you can be the one to know when I'm ready. Now, don't stay there too long. Don't stay there too long. But that's something that you have to want to do. So it's okay. It's okay. Don't ignore those emotions. If you want to get better, be more prompt. Let the emotion lead you to your healing. It'll lead you to where you need to be. Because y'all, when you get that peace, after you have wrapped up that pain and that hurt and those emotions, y'all, that peace is something that you can't beat. How many of y'all on here have had ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends that have seen you in the street and they're like, oh, so that's what you do? You done changed? It's like that? It's like that. It's like that. Because I allowed myself to mourn this situation. Allow myself to heal and regenerate and come back as more powerful than I was before you walked out or you did whatever you did to get on your way. That's why I was calling him, because he was. So that is my little spiel. Thanks y'all for coming on here with me, because I want y'all to be okay. But if you're not, it's okay. I love y'all, and I'm going to say that all the time. I'm going to love you, and nothing you can do about it. If you are a Black business, so I keep talking, please. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like I said, these are all of my opinions. All of my opinions. we can talk about this stuff all day because it's so needed. It's so needed. I want y'all to be whole and together and powerful and all that good stuff. But it's okay not to be okay. Y'all share this with somebody. If you are a Black business, put your link or your business in the comments so the people can see it. I'm all about making sure that all of us eat. Uh-oh. Sorry, my computer shaking. Making sure. It's all right. Little technical difficulties, but we're here. If you want to be on here with me on the next show, we are here every Thursday at 7 o'clock. Y'all tell somebody what we're talking about over here. Turn your notifications on. I think I might do a part 2 to this because I want to talk more about the toxic people. Because I see that term being used too loosely. But there's a reason behind that. You just see the fruit, like the end result of it. But there's something behind that caused that. Let's talk about that. So yeah, every Thursday at 7 o'clock, we're going to be right here. Just a shameless plug. This Friday, tomorrow, we're having an open mic at the Majesty Lounge. The doors open at 7. The price of admission is only $5. Poets, singers, comics, any type of artist, if you want to debut your talent on the mic, come through. The address is 1400 9th Avenue North. We're also having our very first annual State of Black America, which is a free event on the last day of this month, February the 28th. And we'll be broadcasting on StreamYard. So if you're not able to come, hit us up on that. However, we are in the building. We are practicing social distancing. Everything is sanitized. You ain't got to worry about, getting the Ronas. We are completely safe. And if you don't have a mask, we have those on site. They are $5. All right. Listen, I have talked y'all to death. I have talked to y'all about not being okay, and I appreciate you for obliging me and being here with me today. Tell somebody that we got something going on. If you're a Black business, we want to promote you and put you out here. If you're a vendor that wants to come and debut your products on any of those times, let me know. And we're going to keep this thing going, all right? Every Thursday. You don't know what I'm going to talk about. But just pop up and you're like, you know what? She's talking some good stuff right now. She's talking some good stuff right now. You got that right, baby. I sure am. Right here. Majesty Lounge is where that. All right, I love y'all. Thank you for hanging in there with me in these technical difficulties. But we learning. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.